Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me again today. My name is Nazi and welcome back to Amity Bloom. Today I'm going to be sharing some pieces of fabric and paper bundles and packets that I've made for the shop. We really wanted to create some packs for those of you who couldn't purchase the journals. I know I can only make 3 or 4 journals at a time, but with our fabric bundles, fabric packets, and the paper bundles that I offer, I can create a couple more pieces that more people are able to purchase from. So let's start out with the biggest one. This is of course the big fabric bundle. It's divided into 3 pieces. I'm not going to go through all of the fabrics. However, I am going to talk about the sizes, how many fabrics that you get, and what's included. You get 4 ruffles and then 1 lace piece here on the back. And all of the ruffles measure about 15 inches or so, and this one I believe is 12 inches. It's tied up so that it's nice and secure. It's so cute. With the paper, you get an embossed mint envelope with my favorite embossing of all time. And then you get some French typography words and phrases. I love using these for collaging in my journal. And this one actually, that's included. This one I use a lot, and I use them to create tags. As you can see, this is some French typography. This is some French typography. So is this one here. So I use them for collaging and also for decorating the sides of my pages. For the fabric bundle, you of course get some French trims. This is some cloth tape, and you get 5 inches, and some of them have the red number on them, which is very rare. I don't see a lot of those with a lot of tape measures with that, or cloth measures, but not all of them have it. So it really is a matter of luck when it comes to that. And then you also get some of this beautiful French embroidered trim. I like the other side because of the white. Gives a good contrast. And I use this in my journal on the side, in the journals that I created for my Artist in Bloom collection. You of course get some vintage buttons, some colorful ones with the colors that coordinate with the kit. You always get a lace applique. This one is so pretty. You can have it as a square or as a diamond. I love the diamond, so that's how I'm keeping it. I was able to get these same floral fabric appliques from my supplier. She's a sweet and wonderful lady from France, and she was able to send me a couple more. And I'm very excited that I was able to offer it again because a lot of you fell in love with those. And then of course the fabrics, you get laces, cottons, linens, different types of florals, very French-esque. That's typically the style that I like to go for with these types of color palettes and color tones. These are some of the fabrics that you get. And yes, you get a piece that is about 17 inches long. So I was able to provide more fabric in these bundles than previously. The biggest size that you will find is 12 inches by 17 inches. You get this beautiful floral. This just melts my heart. There's hints of turquoise and brown and rose, so you get that full piece. And then you also get a linen, a pink linen to match it, so it's complementary. So you can make a lot of journals with this, or one huge journal if you wanted to. So those are the big pieces. Then you get some pieces that are 12 inches by 9. I used the same fabric about a year ago, and I have only a little bit left, and I decided to share it with this one. So after this, there's no more. I saved some for myself, and that's it. Fell in love with that one. And then this one, of course, some beautiful French calligraphy script. The next size that you will find is about 9 inches by 6. And that's this beautiful striped. And this one is one of my favorites. I love it. It looks like French stamping or French painting on a fabric piece. I love this. And I used this in my Artist in Bloom journals. And that's not the only lace that you get. You also have this piece of a antique placemat. This one is one of my favorites in cotton lace. And you can use each individual piece. This one is so pretty. I use this for my journals as well. A beautiful like buttermilk colored floral lace. And then the smallest pieces are roughly 5 inches by 5 inches. And then this is some French upholstery fabric. It's woven, so you can see all of the different threads that they use to get the color on the surface. It's stunning. The texture is incredible. It feels like silk. So these are some of the fabrics that you will be getting in the big bundle. There's 32 fabrics in the big bundle. I really hope that you guys can purchase one, especially for Mother's Day if you're a quilter, if you like working with fabric, or if you want to create a journal for yourself. This one is a beautiful bundle that I hope makes you smile when you open it up. Now for its little baby. That's the mama and this is the baby. This is the small fabric bundle. Now these, you get 22 different types of fabrics and they range from 5 by 5 inches, 7 by 4 inches, and the smallest ones are about 4 by 4 inches. So it's very similar to our other fabric bundles, the mini packs, and then you also get a little bit of the French trim. I don't have that much, like I said, but I still wanted to include it because it just screams French elegance to me. You get all of the fabrics, but just smaller. So just an example to show you what's included. This is the smallest piece. It's like 4 by 4 inches. You get some longer pieces. This is like 3 by 6. So you get a good amount. If you're someone who just wants a little bit of fabric, if you only like to collage with fabric to make little embellishments, this is the kit for you. If you're someone who likes to make full journals of just one fabric or is a fabric addict like I am, then perhaps the bigger bundle would be better for you. But just choose what you like. I hope you can pick something up. So that's the differences between both of the fabric bundles. The smaller one, we have more quantity available than the bigger one. So I wanted to create a deconstructed paper bundle where you can take pieces out and include them in your journal. Make this into a journal by itself and treat it as an heirloom envelopes and continue to add more to it to enhance your stack. So I was really inspired by my heirloom envelopes and the journals that I created, and I combined them to make this. So this also comes in 3 parts. This is just some lace that I included to be peeking out. If you've watched my heirloom envelopes journal with me, I like to include pieces of lace and fabric, add it on the edges, and then layer on top because it gives you another element to look at. So that's just decorative. So these are the 3 separate sections of your paper bundle. Let me start out with this one and we'll work our way through. You get a collage tag and all of the tags will be collaged differently. So that's the only thing that will be different. As you can see, different collage tags. I love collaging with different vintage papers. And then I also wanted to share with you some of my favorite fabric at the moment, a little bit of lace. And it's held together by a little bit of fabric glue so that it doesn't fall apart, and you can just peel that off when you want to use it or keep it like this if you like it. You get a pocket, music paper on the back, and some vintage fairy tale book pages on the front, and this opens up into a pocket, and that's where the postcard goes. So all of this is so that you can personalize it and customize it, put it in a journal, or use it as is in the deconstructed style that I have shared with you all. Here's a postcard that has journaling space on it, which for me is important. And then you get some antique ledger. I like trimming and cutting little pieces and collaging them onto my journal covers and for my tags. This is a little folio that I made out of music paper. When you open it up, on this side you have a tag with that beautiful French blue color that I love so much, and it's textured, so you can do some art journaling on there if you wanted to. You have some beautiful vintage documents. And then you also get, of course, a floating wallpaper pocket. And this wallpaper is stunning. Look at the colors. They're so pretty. And then on this pocket, you have a forget-me-not botanical image. Really beautiful. I thought the colors went well. And then I have created a piano paper floating pocket. I have a tutorial on how to create these. And then a tag so that you can do some journaling. On the back, collage, add pictures, or art journal on the front. And that fits in that pocket very, very well. In the center, another floating wallpaper pocket. I loved this design. And then a tag, of course, a floral tag. Some French typography. And then my all-time favorite, you guys have probably seen this hundreds of times, French document. And then on this side, I have a wallpaper tag. Really pretty. I use this in the journals to make a page. And then I also made some floating pockets out of some beautiful botanical images. And all of these will be different. There's some really beautiful images. You have a fabric swatch card, and this is the little baby to the big one that I have in my journal. I wanted to give you guys that beautiful fabric. It's textured, it's beautiful, and then on the back you have some journaling space. So I needed to include that. Some beautiful French cards, a tag made out of tea-stained paper, and some more vintage documents that you can journal on. And that just goes into my piano paper roll floating pocket. And I shared with you how to create the double pocket effect. And then you can journal or collage on the back. And then I needed to make these. As soon as I created the video yesterday, I couldn't stop making them. And I made a nice amount to include them in the paper bundle. So every bundle will come with one handmade postcard with the fabric postage stamp. So I hope you guys like that little added touch that I was able to include. I wanted this to feel as if you were getting a gift from me. Share something and create something with you all that had elements of the journal. And I can't create a journal as often as I would like, but I love creating little bundles and sets like this that are meaningful and that inspire you to use them. Sometimes a journal is intimidating, but when you have a little stack of goodies that you really love, you get to use them. You're using them more often than not. So these are all of the products that I'm going to be offering in my shop tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're there 5 minutes before and about 10 minutes after. As I've been having some glitches occur when I list my products, I've spoken to Etsy about it, and the only thing that they can provide is that because of all of the people that are refreshing and going into the website to check out the products, it's creating a lapse. So even I can't see my products when I list them. It takes about 5 to 8 minutes for them to be seen since the moment that I publish them. So make sure you're there 5 minutes before and 10 minutes after. If you're in the shop and you don't see them, make sure you send me a message on Etsy. I respond within seconds because I'm usually behind my computer making sure everything's going okay. We made sure to have a nice amount of quantity of everything, so I'm pretty sure everyone will be able to purchase something that they would like. I want to thank you all for your support and your love on the journals that I created. This is just a token from me to you for those who can purchase a journal or who fell in love with the color scheme and perhaps want to make your own. I really hope that this has inspired you, that you loved it, and that you pick up at least one of the goodies from our release. For all of my mamas and mummies out there, I hope you have a fantastic Mother's Day, that your family spoils you, that you're filled with love and peace, and of course, if you're a daughter, if you're a mother or grandmother, there's something to celebrate every day no matter what. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I will see you guys very soon to share some more process videos. And until next time, I hope that your day is filled with a huge abundance of peace and love. See you soon. Bye-bye.